To the business operators, we want you to succeed. And this is what McAllen is about. And you always say McAllen is business, and we mean it. So if we keep everybody sell, and we all need to work together. It's going to be a challenge to revive this downtown area. You know, how old are they? 70 years, 100, 800, what they don't know. So what makes it difficult? Think about it. And we think about all this. How old is that wood? How dry is that wood? How fast did it catch fire? So that's why we got to make sure that whatever is built, whatever's been all has to be, got to comply with urban water regulations. We would hate it if what time something would happen if someone was good. And we were risking that because we weren't doing it. Maybe we weren't enforcing enough, but I assure you would blow it out. To the business owners, comply with what you have to do. We want you to succeed and enforce to orders. Property owners, we are willing to work out to help wherever we can. So we have our team here so that, like I stated, we want business to be open to McAllen, and we are here to help. Thank you so much.
Hi, Javier. Good morning, everybody. My name is Aziz Showery. I'm the city manager at McAllen. I'd like to introduce some of the people that are here after I thank all of you for coming out and joining us today. I know it's been a tough couple of weeks, but I think we have turned a corner. I think we have a real opportunity to change the approach that we make towards operations downtown generally, and specifically within the EPOD. The reason I asked my entire team to come out from the development center and that is involved in the permitting process for downtown is to make sure that there's a clear understanding with the business community of what needs to happen so that you can be successful. And I want you to understand the message that we want to resonate from here today is that we want to partner with you for your success. And so this is an opportunity for you to engage with this group of people in a very public setting, all at the same time, to hopefully answer some questions and maybe address some issues that we haven't thought of. One of the things that I have preached to my team consistently over the last several weeks after being in this role for now a year is I don't want to hear this is how we do it. I want to know if the way we do it is the best way to do it. And if it's not, then let's talk about how we can improve our processes to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our community. And so I want you to know as we engage in this conversation today, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your suggestions and see if there's a way that we can work with you with respect to your needs in a way that meets the codes that we have to comply with to assist you in making sure that this area is successful. So before we go much further, I want to acknowledge our mayor, Javier Villalobos. Thank you so much for being here. We have two of our commissioners here this morning. Rudy Tawil and Roby Rios, thank you guys for coming out. They're here because they want you to know that it is important to us that every part of our city is successful. One of the things the mayor mentioned, it may have been that we missed an opportunity to educate and to enforce for a long time. That's not going to happen anymore. One of the other things that I preach to this team, and I think they are all appreciative of it, is it's going to be consistent and equitable across the city. The building codes exist for safety, and what applies in one section of the city needs to apply to all sections of the city so that we make sure that we're providing the community that we engage with a safe environment to explore whatever entertainment, dining, or other culture that they're looking for. So with that, I want to introduce a few people that are here. Hopefully you know them. But to my right, I have Michelle Rivera, our deputy city manager, and she's also the city manager that oversees development services. So Michelle is a key contact as you need help moving your businesses forward. To her right, we have Nora Yava, the chief building official. She's the person you're going to work with when you're working through your remodels and getting the certificate of occupancy. Nancy, most popular person in McAllen, heads up our code enforcement department. Nancy, thank you for being here. To my right, we have Omar Sotelo, Planning and Zoning Director. Again, your application for your special use permit, if the SUP is going to run through his office. And to his left, we have our fire chief and fire marshal, who will be key people in evaluating your plans for fire safety. So we're here to engage with you. I want to open it up for questions. I'm going to start with the group sitting there at front, ask them if there's anything that they would like to say. Otherwise, I want to turn it over to you, and we want to hear from you this morning. All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Excellent. So I go up there. However you're comfortable, sir. Okay. I'll even share a microphone with you. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of you all for making this possible, because without cooperation, the City of McAllen is not going to function. Without you guys, you ladies, managing how the City of McAllen needs to be run, and us as property owners, who want to work together with the city. I'm a very strong person in communication. Communication is part of the things that we need to work together on. If there are now homes and enforcements that haven't been looked at, that's probably because some people have not followed through with what they're supposed to be doing. And those are the most important things that we need to know. I don't go down and inspect those properties on a daily basis or on a regular basis. I don't know if my tenants have failed or they violated any of the city codes. I'm in the insurance business. So when we insure a building on 17th Street, because I own the buildings down there, I have to have an inspector from my insurance company to go down and look at the electrical, the fire, the extinguishers, all of the requirements that that the insurance companies require in order for the property to be insured. The building cannot be insured. So when I'm told by an inspector, hey, your fire extinguisher system isn't working, your fire suppression system needs to be updated, you need to take care of the extinguishers. So we send people down there to take care of it, only because we found out from somebody inspecting the property that there were deficiencies. And if there are deficiencies, I want to take care of it. But if the deficiencies are not brought to my attention, I don't know what to do, because I don't go down there on a regular basis. I am not walking the streets of 17th Street like the people that work for the city. I am not down there because I don't know what those codes are. I don't know what violations they have until they're cited. And then when they're cited, it almost hits them in the face, because they're not aware of it, because maybe they don't know what they're doing, or maybe they haven't inspected the property. But you guys need to inspect those properties on a regular basis. It's not once a year. It should be done whenever you need to go down there. You have people that cite the people who have violated those codes. And if those codes are violated, that can't be in business. I wouldn't want to be in business either. I wouldn't. And my building is 100 years old. You're right, Mayor. That's the wood, the construction, the electrical, all of that needs to be redone. Well, I know that there are property owners in this room right now who have spent a lot of money remodeling their buildings to make sure that tenants can occupy them. I'm sure if I could see you all raise your hand. How many of you all have remodeled your buildings? And it didn't cost pennies, cost a lot of money. And we care about our buildings because those are the buildings that we should bought, or they were passed on to us by our families. My family has been on 17th Street for almost 100 years. They bought that property in 1926. I found the original deed. They paid $2,500 back in 1926. And I go, wow, so they've been there that long? We got to take care of our properties, people. We want to take care of our properties because our properties that's how we get our rent. That's how we get paid. How do we pay city taxes, county tax? How do we pay for the insurance if we don't have rent coming in? And when those buildings were closed and they couldn't operate, there was no rent coming in. And when we don't have rent, what do we do? So it's a cycle. It repeats itself. So without the city cooperating with the property owners, if there is something that can be done so the communications could be worked out, that's what we need. I'm not here to berate you. I'm not here to condemn you or criticize you. I'm here to work with you. I know how to work with people because in my business, and I've been in business 50 years, I know what it takes to run a business. I know what it takes to communicate with your clients. If you don't communicate with your clients, then you have an upset client. I believe that, right? Isn't that what happens when you don't communicate with your clients, and then all of a sudden you throw a law at them, and you throw a rule book at them, and then they don't know what the heck hit them? And I know what it means. Whoever communicated with me took 3 months to find me, to let me know my tenants were in violation of city codes. 3 months, they couldn't find me. That's what heck is with the people that work for the city don't know how to find a Showery or a Khalifa or whoever else in this room. We're going to live here for a long time, folks. You need to know who we are. That's my sister. That's my cousin. That's my cousin. That's my friend. Those are my people that I work with. And you are the city. I'm not the city. I run my own business. I have to take care of my own problems. Your problem is that you didn't tell us until somebody got hurt, until somebody got injured, and it embarrassed the city of McAllen. You know what happened? The city of McAllen and the McAllen police are not working together. They're not working together because they have their own codes and you have your own codes, and you don't work together with the police department. So get on the stick and talk to the police department and tell them we need presence down there on 17th Street. You got 1,000 kids walking up and down that street, and then you have 5 cops and a 5-foot policewoman. What are you doing? I'm running a business. I got people that work in my office that are all licensed. Everyone in my office has to be licensed in order to talk to them about insurance. That's what you all need to do. You all need to check your credentials, check to see if those people that are down there working for the city of McAllen are capable and they're working together. They have defense. You got to have 2 or 3 people walking together. You can't have one person by herself walking. You got to have a team of people down there. This city of McAllen is the most prestigious city in the Great Rain Valley. People from Austin, Texas come down here and they want to go see what McAllen has to offer. They spend their money here. People from Mexico come up here. They come up here and they've been giving business to McAllen for 100 years. And what do? We close that communication. We close that door for them to come inside, to come to our businesses. I depend on my businesses to operate, but without them, I don't get any grants. I think I said enough, and I'm trying to say it in a way that shows my true self. I'm a very honest person. My integrity in the insurance business depends on the way I treat people, the way I follow laws, rules. The way that I take care of my business is to bring people into my office and encourage them. You got a lousy driving record, sir, ma'am, and better take care of your driving record because I can't help you skin load your ring. Well, the same thing's going to happen to us in our properties. If you guys don't manage what the codes are in those violations, how are we going to communicate with us? Let us know what all those violations are, what those codes are. What are the rules? I love when people sit down with me and they say, Aziz, I want to share with you what I have. When I talked to the city attorney, he sat with me, he talked to me, and told me something I never even knew about. And that was those violations and those codes that needed to be enforced. When I talked to Norma, when I talked to Michelle, they explained to me what we didn't do, what we needed to do. That's what I want. I want communication. I want to be able to tell my parents up there, Mom, Dad, we took care of it for you. I want them to know that the city of McAllen worked with us, that the mayor encouraged us. I want everybody at this table say they all care. That's what I want. If you want the same thing, do you all want the same thing?
Yeah. I think they should tell us so we can put in that these are the requirements, on the tenants,
Yes.
Thank you.